Hi guys, SlaineD here. Today I'm going to record a video of a PvT versus Masq. And you've all heard of Masq, he's a really famous Hydra killer. I'm recording this video just because, I'm going to say, I'm not going to spoil it, I'm just going to show you after this game. And pretty much it's a build order video and not a strategic video. I want to showcase a build order I found that's really quite good against a sort of bio-aggressive Terran. So I'm scouting this observation tower. I usually go to observation towers first at around 12 or 13, just because most people actually scout really early, so I can see their SCV or their probe or drone out and just know where they're coming from. Now if I wait here a couple more seconds, I will have seen this SCV come out, but unfortunately I just pretty much moved right at the wrong time. So when I go up here, I'm just going to scout this ramp and see his SCV coming in from this direction. And right then I notice where he is. Now he returns his SCV. He's pretty smart in that he knows that if my probe's going that way, it's really unlikely that I'm also spawning that location. So he's going to do a standard bio build, which is Marine, and then get a Tech Lab and go Marauders with Concussive. What I'm going to do is make a Zealot first, after my 7X core, and then a Stalker. This is pretty much the most common couple units that Protoss usually makes. It's really good against pretty much any sort of Marauder aggression, and it's really safe against almost anything. So what we're going to see Masq do is he's going to be rallying his barracks to his observation tower. In my opinion, Marauders and Marines are pretty much the strongest units you can get in the first 5 minutes. So pretty much they can hold up anything, and you don't have to stay inside your base if you're doing Marauders and Marines. So I'm kind of boosting out the Stalker because I really want to be a little bit aggressive. This SCV gets to my base, it's really impossible to get the SCV out with just only one Zealot. And I'm also getting Warp Gates. This is pretty much the most crucial upgrade to a Protoss army, and it's really important that you get it as soon as possible. So Masq is basically going to transition into 2 racks and then command center. And I'm being a little overly aggressive here. And I sent this first Zealot to this observation tower. It should have gone to this observation tower first. It might have actually caught the Marine and then seen the Marauder without Concussive Shell. But it doesn't quite work out. I wait for my Stalker, which is usually a better decision. 1 Stalker, 1 Marine usually loses versus 1 Stalker, 1 Zealot. But in this case, he caught me off guard, and so I unfortunately couldn't do much damage, and he pulls quite ahead here. Concussive Shell's just finished. He's also sending 3 SCVs. He's going to be really aggressive. And so I throw down 2 more gateways. Usually here, I already have these minerals saved up, so that I can throw down a Nexus right about now. But since I lost those first few units, I find it's more safe to just throw down some more gateways first. So this SCV scouts me, and I'm a little confused, because if he scouts me with an SCV, I doubt he's going to be really aggressive, and he probably moved his army back. But I think what he saw was just 1 Stalker, so he's going to go ahead and push me. So I do throw on my Nexus, because I thought he wasn't going to be aggressive. But unfortunately I was wrong. So when this bio build, these 3 Marauders come in, I'm pretty much all I can have is these 2 Stalkers, and they really can't do anything against 3 Marauders and a few SCVs. So I also did a little misplay here, and I don't cancel this pylon. I was a little greedy, and I thought I could get Warp Gates and take out this army before I could do any damage. So I ended up canceling the Nexus. He's rallying a couple more Marauders. Try to do as much damage as I can above this ledge. So this is a pylon, I'm supply blocked, and I've summoned 100 minerals. So what I'm going to do is throw on pylons and throw on 2 more gateways. And usually I get gateways after I expand, but in this case I still have those minerals saved, so I can still expand, and I'm supply blocked. So there's nothing else I could really do. This is pretty much the only option I really have. So he's throwing down 2 bunkers here just to prevent me from expanding too early and making me feel a little pressured. He also threw down his orbital command over here, and he's transferring SCVs. So as we can see, Masq is in a really good position. So as soon as my pylon finishes, I'm just going to be warping in Zealots and Sentries. Pretty much Zealots and Sentries are the most damage efficient units. So as we can see, I'm going to barely lose anything, taking out 4 Marauders and 2 bunkers. So I believe all I lose in this battle is just 2 Stalkers. For 4 Marauders and 2 bunkers, that's pretty much a really good deal. I probes are coming down here before his bunker even dies, just because I know I'm going to get my expansion right away if I have any chance of coming back into this game. Now, my Nexus isn't up, but I have 5 gateways, so I'm going to be continuing pumping Zealots and Sentries, because they're pretty much the only units I can constantly produce out of 5 gateways. So, essentially what this build order is fast expand into many gateway play. It's kind of like a 4 gate, but off 2 base. It's a lot more economical. So Masq is still being really aggressive here, because he thinks he has the army advantage, so he's still rallying towards this observation tower. As you can see, it's not going to be too much of a wise decision, but it's going to be okay, because I would probably do something like that too, just because I feel really comfortable with my lead. And he probably feels really comfortable with his econ as well. He's checking 2 starports here, and I think it's a little greedy to make 2 starports and not even make a core reactor core add-on and then swap it out first. So he's still rallying his units. He's continuing his meal production SCVs. So he's looking still in really good shape. My Nexus comes down, and I make sure I transfer probes as soon as I can. So pretty much at this spot, I'm still worried of attack. I suicide an SCV into this earlier. A probe into this earlier, so I know what his army size looks like. In my opinion, it's always a good idea to keep your army away from where you can get scouted, because you don't want to show off your army size. I feel really comfortable with my size versus yours, so I'm just going to go ahead and attack pretty much. If he had his army in here, and I wouldn't have been able to scout it as clearly, so I wouldn't have felt as comfortable as I would doing this push here. I throw on 2 pylons over here, just so I can warp in more units. Excuse me, 1 second. So I'm getting over a cold moment. So, yeah, pretty much catch a few units off guard here, because he pretty much didn't expect me to be continuing making so many sentries and zealots. So I'm switching to stalkers here, because pretty much there's a critical mass of sentries and stalkers. Any more zealots won't be able to attack, because they'll be stuck in the back. He's throwing down 2 bunkers here, because he knows I haven't really this army of zealots and sentries. And unfortunately for him, I catch a lot of units in those force fields. Those SCVs come out way too late, and they can't get through those force fields. I also throw on pylon here. So what he was doing, he was getting 2 reactor cores, and so his medevacs are coming way too late. So yeah, pretty much from this point on, I'm just warping in more stalkers. I'm going to be warping some zealots up here in a second. Caught a few more units with these force fields, and so yeah, pretty much come back to this game and win this. Now, why I really wanted to show this video was because Masq pretty much AFK'd after this game and he wouldn't leave. So that's why I'm a little pissed off about uploading this video. It's a little in spite of him. I'm not really a mean person, but I was just really pissed off at this game. He pretty much had a econ advantage and he still lost due to some poor micro over here. And so I'm just getting back to him. And I hope you enjoy the games regardless. So I'm just going to fast forward this part just because he's AFK. And I'll end this video in a second.